In the dawn of uncertain times, beneath the shadowed skies, the once peaceful realms of Camelot now stand on the brink of a great upheaval. I, Merlin, have witnessed many battles throughout the ages, but none quite like what was about to unfold. Arthur, his eyes reflecting the flames of resolve and wisdom beyond his years, stands atop the highest tower of Camelot. In his hands, he holds not yet Excalibur. That legendary blade still waits in stone, but his father's sword, a worthy weapon that has defended these lands for generations. The blade catches the sun's first rays, casting a radiant light across his army, a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. Camelot, a shining jewel of civilization rising from the ancient hills, its white towers reaching skyward like fingers of hope. More than mere stone and mortar, it stands as a beacon of justice and enlightenment in an age of darkness. Within its mighty walls, nobles and commoners alike work together in pursuit of a greater dream, a realm where wisdom prevails over brute force, where justice tempers power, and where all people might live in dignity and peace. The warning came first from the northern watchtowers, ancient beacons blazing to life one by one across the darkened hills like a chain of desperate stars. Each signal fire carried the message southward. Malagar's forces approach. From tower to peak to castle wall, the flames danced their urgent warning, each beacon keeper adding their fire to the night's grim telegraph. Through the countryside, village after village awakens to the horns of alarm. Farmers abandon their fields, merchants their wares, as families gather what little they can carry and flee toward Camelot's protective walls. The roads fill with refugees, cartwheels creaking under loaded possessions, children clutching favorite toys, mothers carrying infants. In his obsidian fortress, carved from the Black Mountains where even ravens fear to nest, Lord Malagar conducts his dark rituals. The chamber's air grows thick with malevolent energy as he moves between circles of forbidden symbols etched into the stone floor. In the shadows, his lieutenants, once noble knights now corrupted by dark magic, stand silent witness, their armor stained black as pitch, their eyes gleaming with an unholy fire. Below, in the vast courtyards of his fortress, his army gathers. Mercenaries from the frozen wastes share space with creatures summoned from nightmare realms. Giants in crude armor stamp their feet impatiently beside war machines crafted by twisted minds. The air fills with the sound of thousands of weapons being sharpened, the growls of beasts bred for battle.
This world is mine.
In Camelot's grand chapel, beneath towering stained glass windows, where colored light streams like divine tears, soldiers and citizens kneel shoulder to shoulder in silent prayer. Knights remove their helmets, peasants clutch worn rosaries, and mothers hold their children close as the chapel fills with whispered prayers and hushed hymns. The sacred space, thick with incense and desperate hope, echoes with a single unified prayer for protection, strength, and courage in the dark hours ahead. Even the most hardened warriors bow their heads, finding solace in ancient rituals as they prepare to face what may be their final dawn. Those walls, built by the hands of countless generations, have weathered storms both natural and magical, but they have never faced a force as terrible as what approaches. Gathered upon the battlements, young Prince Arthur and his valiant knights, clad in gleaming armor that caught the first light of dawn, gaze upon the horizon where dark clouds merge with the advancing tide of Malagar's army. Their banners, emblazoned with fearsome beasts and eerie sigils, blot the land like a plague. Each standard bears the mark of a different dark covenant, pledges made in shadow to powers best left unnamed. The air, thick with impending dread, carries the whispers of war as the legions of the malevolent Lord Malagar march towards the ancient walls of Camelot. In every corner of the land, from the grand halls to the humblest of homes, the people of Camelot stand together, united in their defiance against the darkness that threatens to consume their world. And so, beneath the shadowed skies, the battle for the soul of Camelot unfolds, a dramatic and epic struggle for the very survival of Arthur's kingdom. Trebuchets with frames carved with cursed runes, battering rams crowned with dragon skulls, and scaling towers that seem to writhe with dark energy. The very sight of them sends shivers through the bravest of hearts. I watch from my tower as he surveys his forces. The Knights of the Round Table, though that sacred circle is yet to be formed, stand ready in their positions.
From this day unto the end of days let it be remembered, for one brief shining moment, there stood a place called Camelot, a place of courage, of honor, of justice, of a quest for the good of all. We must fight, not just for ourselves, but so the spirit of Camelot shall long endure, so Camelot shall not perish from this good, green earth.
Sir Ector, Arthur's foster father, leads the central defense. Sir Kay, who trained with Arthur since boyhood, commands the archers. Each commander knows their role in the desperate hours to come. Atop his armored nightmare steed, Lord Malagar rises before his assembled hordes, his black armor drinking in the morning light. His voice, twisted by dark magic, booms across the battlefield like rolling thunder. "Behold Camelot!" he roars, raising his cursed blade toward the defiant walls. "With its pretty towers and noble dreams, tear it down stone by stone. Let its foundations drink the blood of its defenders. Let its ashes scatter on the winds of our victory." His army responds with a thunderous cry that shakes the very earth, their weapons raised in a forest of steel, their corrupt hearts beating as one with their master's dark will. With a voice that resonates over the ramparts and through the hearts of his people, Arthur proclaims, "This day we stand not as mere defenders of walls and stone, but as guardians of the light, the bearers of hope against the night that seeks to engulf us. For our homes, for our people, for the future of Camelot, we shall hold this ground." His words carry the weight of prophecy, though he knows not yet his true destiny. The soldiers below straighten their backs, grip their weapons tighter, and set their jaws with renewed determination. As the sun sets on the bloodied fields before Camelot's walls, the true cost of victory reveals itself in terrible silence. Where armies clashed, now only the wind moves, whispering through broken banners and fallen weapons. Soldiers walk among the dead, searching for friends, for brothers, for signs of life among the carnage. The air hangs heavy with smoke and sorrow, while ravens circle overhead, dark witnesses to war's terrible harvest. And in this solemn moment, an old soldier's verse echoes across the battlefield. In Camelot's fields, the banners wave between the walls, amid the graves, where warriors bold their stand did make, their swords now broken for our sake. The blood-soaked earth their valor saves. At dawn they stood, heads raised and brave, their shields before the storms they raised. By dusk they lay in honor's hold, in Camelot's fields. Take up our cause though hope may fade, keep faith with those who sleep below. Let not their final charge be vain, through darkest night to light again, we'll bear the torch they tossed, although in Camelot's fields.
through deeds done, not for mortal praise, but for thy ways. Let thy light shine, O